Hey Joe, where you going without a gun in your hand? Hey Joe, I said, where you going without a gun in your hand? I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know I caught her messing around with another man. Going down to shoot my old lady. You know I caught her messing around with another man. Hey, Joe.
Hello, I am Venetria, and I am here with the original band members from the Squires, the Jimi Hendrix New York Band. I have here on the end of me, long, tall, handsome Ace on the bass. How are you?
How are you, Venetria?
Okay. And right next to me, I have good-looking Ditto on the drums. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
And from the reunion band, the newest member, vocals and guitar, Marino Frost. How are you fellas?
Good.
Okay, great.
We are glad to be with you.
I'm glad for you to be with me too. And I want to mention that, you know, we are in celebration of the 40th anniversary of the death of Jimi Hendrix, which was September the 18th, 1970. And the band members have decided to do a reunion in light of that, you know, doing some of the old music from, you know, back in the days that, of course, most of you still enjoy as of today. Okay, Ace, could you please tell me how did the Squires form?
The Squires was formed through a fellow by the name of Curtis Knight, and we was working out of a club in Hackensack, New Jersey called George's Club 20. Okay. We played in New York, a club at 72nd Street. The Lighthouse was one of our favorite clubs. Well, later on, we started opening up for different acts in the New York area.
Okay.
Like Otis Redding and Newark. And we got a little, throughout the New York area, we was very famous.
Tell me some of the unconventional ways that, you know, the unconventional acts that Jimi Hendrix, that we have grown to love over the years. Like the way he played the guitar, the way he dressed, you know. Can you tell me something about that, Ditto?
Yes, well, Jimmy was an excellent guitarist.
Yeah, that
really
we do know.
He played the guitar, and he really was entertaining. And everyone loved him. And when Jimmy come on the stage, there wasn't no space around that you could get to, because Jimmy was so exciting. He also could play the guitar very well. He did a lot of tricks with the guitar.
Okay.
Which the people loved. He could play with his teeth.
Yes, I have seen.
He played it on top of his head, behind his head.
Okay, okay.
And he was very, very entertaining.
Can you tell me some of the things that you were doing after you broke up from the Squires?
I did a USO show.
Okay.
I did 19 months with the USO show, so.
Ditto, could you tell me what were you doing after you broke up with the Squires?
Well, the Squires, well, I went in several bands.
Oh, please tell me some of those several bands, would you please?
Jack McDuff, a host of musicians, Jimmy Forrest, Brooke Benton.
Okay, so
Benny
you've
King.
been playing. You've
and I was
pretty
touring
much
all over with these people. Yes.
Wow.
And I went to Europe, and I played over there with Sidney Bechet.
My.
Yeah. at Jazz at the Philharmonic. Yes.
Well, my
Yes,
goodness.
at Palais des Festivals in Cannes. Yes. And we also played quite a bit in Paris. I stayed in Paris quite a while, yeah. So it was wonderful.
What made you want to get together and, you know, start up a reunion band?
Well, it came through meeting Marino Frost.
Okay.
I went to his studio, Stardust Studio, with a friend of mine, and I presented him with 12 songs that we had did at George's Club 20, which Marino is a great engineer.
Okay.
So he took the songs, he did a marvelous job with them.
Yeah, we did some mastering of that material, and that material was actually good, you know, but it was not mastered. I had to clean up the clicks, noise, and to enhance the quality of the sound, whatever. So
technology has come a long way since the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, he just found out about these songs. It was never released. It's never been released officially in the U.S., and of course that would be a real treat.
That's what you're going to be concentrating on, some of your unreleased music?
Correct.
So we still have some treats, you know?
Well, it's about 14 unreleased songs. It's great material, but that's how we originally got together, and they never played together in 45 years since the band broke up, and suddenly I told him, okay, Ace, let's invite Ditto also, because original members besides the two of them were Curtis Knight and Jimi Hendrix, and so both of them died. And I said, okay, let's invite Ditto to hear the material, because he also didn't even know about it. And both of them didn't even know.
He's probably out in Paris or something, huh?
Hawaii and,
or Nice, or Europe,
with 10 ladies around.
Yeah.
And, and the 11th was just on hold. So basically,
we getting on you, Ditto.
So the bottom line is that then I asked the Ace to invite Ditto so he can hear the material for the first time in all these years. And then one thing led to another, and then we got together, and they asked me to play guitar with them. They said, okay, let's jam a little bit, you know. And since I play lead guitar and sing, you know, the one thing led to another, and then we hooked up, and
and here we are, with Venetria. Nya to all my friends.
Nya is the biggest achievement of this band so far.
Thank you.
One more kiss, baby. Just before I go, 'cause when I leave this time you go, I won't be back no more. Yeah, I got a key to the highway. Built out a months ago. I'm gonna live around it. Walking small, too slow.
Could you tell me some of the work ethics with Jimmy and how you can compare them with the work ethics of Marino here?
Oh, yes. Well, Marino have a lot of similarities.
Okay, and I would like to know some of those similarities.
Yeah. Well, for instance, the way that he bends the strings when he plays.
Really?
Yes, very expressive.
Really?
Yes, the way he bends the strings.
Are strings female or male?
Yeah, right. You know, it's all there. Yeah.
You said
You got to know about Marino.
he knew how to bend the strings. So.
Yeah, right. And, you know, and Jimmy did a lot of singing, so does Marino.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you know, and the vocal side, Marino has it. Very, very, very impressive.
So this is one of the qualities that said that you said that, you know, I could do this. You know, does it bring back any kind of memories, Ace?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Back because we used to work many hours with myself and Jimmy in the group to get it to sound pretty well close to the original song.
Wow.
And then he had his own style that he would like to add into it.
Well, we got to have a little bit.
Then with Marino, he works hard to get everything to perfection.
Okay.
And he got his own style.
Okay, all right. Marino.
And Nya has her style, right?
Yeah, Nya has her style. Yes,
That's it.
Yeah, as you can tell, huh? Trying to be up with you guys here. Let me ask you, Marino. I'd like to tell you I'd like to know why you admire Jimi Hendrix so much. You know, what was his accomplishments, you know, that are still, you know, in the minds of his fans today? Yeah.
Well, look, when it comes to me, first of all, I play many instruments. I don't play just the lead guitar, but lead guitar is my first instrument.
Okay.
And of course, Jimmy was since his time, and still he is a synonym for lead guitar. He changed the course of lead guitar, and
can you tell me how?
Knew how to. He turned the guitar. Like I like to say, a guitar was just like an innocent instrument before him. And suddenly he turned this innocent instrument into a dragon, you know. And you have to know how to tame the dragon, you know.
I hear that.
What we've been doing, all other guitarists more or less ever since. Even if you do some original stuff, so-called crazy stuff on guitar, like me or other guys, these days, very often people would say in the audience, oh, you are doing Jimi Hendrix stuff. Although maybe it has nothing to do directly with Jimi Hendrix, but everybody knows that Jimmy was doing crazy stuff. Basically, as far as I'm concerned, as a producer, because I'm a producer and sound engineer, and I do a lot of things in the recording studio. In my recording studio in Astoria, Stardust Recording Studio. As a producer, he was also an unbelievable producer. He did a lot of contribution when it comes to the music as whole, any music. But he said, okay, because people always so-called follow the rules.
Can you name some of the things that are done in music production that Jimmy brought to light and people are doing now? Could you tell me?
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff, because people were always conventional.
What was done then? Yeah, what was conventional? Yeah. What did Jimi Hendrix do? And what are we doing now in doing music production that you know, Jimmy has really brought out. Can you tell me something?
Sure.
Some of the things?
Well, first of all, you know, when people rely on the safe ground or so-called cliches or whatever, these are so-called the rules. And suddenly, this guy comes and he doesn't give a damn about any rules, which means in French, immediately he changed the rules.
Okay.
He changed the rules of the game, and suddenly the line is not here; it's here. You know, here's the line. As a producer, not just as a guitarist, I can say in very simple terms, he was one of the best artists who ever lived, you know, who changed the course of the instrument, the production, and also he was obviously an amazing guitarist, and he had great songs and so on. But it would be interesting, I bet, to all of you who watch this interview, that Ace would describe when he moved to New York, when he lived at your place.
Could you describe that for me, Ace? You know, I know that Jimi Hendrix started in, Seattle, and he moved to New York, and, you know, what did he change for the New York crowd? I mean, New York is what? The trendsetter of...
It's a jump-off
point.
They call it
there you go, the jump-off. There you go, you eat that.
The clubs around New York, a lot of the so-called entertainers did not like to see Jimmy come because he had a style of his own. He was loud, but he was playing different types of stuff, and he stuck with it, and he was like a master of it. He was, one of his theories were, if you play the club, play dress nice, get the ladies coming, the fellas.
Can you tell me some of the tricks of his dressing?
Oh, well, some of his tricks were wear tight pants.
Yeah, okay, we got the tight pants.
Show some of the private parts.
What private parts? Ditto, you know what private parts? Ditto
doesn't know about the private parts. He's still young and innocent, almost 80 years old.
Yeah, right. Okay.
He's on his way.
So he was a musician's musician.
Right,
you know, he was an entertainer, and if he wasn't having fun with it, he was...
So he set some styles out then, you know?
Yes,
okay. All right.
It was a pleasure to work with him.
Oh.
But tell them about the time when he moved to New York. That's the interesting thing, when he lived at your place for a while and whatever.
Well, when he came, Curtis brought him over to my place. I was on 10th Avenue and around 11th Street. It's been a while since.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes we can't remember those childhood addresses.
He had no guitar, so he took the guitar that I had and he turned it over, and we ran through some of the songs that we was going to do that night over at, that week over at George's Club 20.
Okay. What was some of Jimmy's ideas of trying to get a club fully packed?
To bring the ladies, dress and play for the ladies.
Okay.
Be a ladies' man.
You agree with that, Ditto?
Well, as far as I could say, that was...
The house was packed while you were there, huh?
Well, that pretty much... And the ladies that would line the stage, and Jimmy would do his thing.
The ladies also came to see them not just because of Jimi Hendrix, but because of Ditto, too.
Well, Ditto on the drums, right? Ditto on the drums. Yeah,
was at our little fans club.
Yeah.
That's his idea.
Well, I bet you all had your little fan club going on, huh?
Wait a minute. As a girl, don't you think you would come to see Ditto?
Yeah,
who cares about Jimmy? Hey, Ditto.
Please.
Look, let me put it in this way. When Ditto bangs on the drums, of course, what else? Ladies are impressed. Ooh.
Why?
Okay.
Ditto is the man.
Yeah, all right.
Ditto is the ladies' man.
Well,
I don't know much about that.
The ladies man.
Yeah.
First ladies man of Harlem.
Put it on the hoochie coochie man.
Jimi had said something like, music is the art of words. It has a earthier substance. It is like art. It is like theater, like acting, like painting, okay? And playing loud music is playing for the soul. Some of these words sounds like what you're doing, Marino, in your Mission of Love. It sounds like a page out of your Mission of Love. Could you tell me about Mission of Love?
That project is a combination of three non-material powers: philosophy, spirituality, and art. Various forms of art involved, and it's a huge project. And if people want to find out more about it, they can go to my website.
Can you let me know that now?
Yeah, marinofrost.com, which is M-A-R-I-N-O, Frost,
Okay.
F-R-O-S-T.com, marinofrost.com. Also, they can always go to YouTube and just type in search in YouTube my name, and there are many clips from my TV interviews that they will find out more about it. It's a very unique, very comprehensive, original project.
Okay.
It's something, you know. For example, when it comes to the art, we have first of all, obviously the music, lyrics, written word, videos, photos, digital graphics, and so on and so on. Various forms of art.
Okay.
And also, when it comes to the philosophical and spiritual part, we have teachings called Timeless Wisdom, and the basic framework of the teachings is a set of principles called Principles of Eternal Truth. There are 500 principles, and very soon we will come out with the book of the principles.
Okay.
The book will be published very soon. So it's a huge project, very unique and original. But like I said, back to your question about Jimi and what he was doing at that time, of course, he was a great artist.
Okay. Why was he a phenomenon to you? You know, I know too many fans, too much music, you know, but for you, why was he such a phenomenon?
Well, like I said, well, of course, the guy changed the course of guitar, you know. I mean, I wasn't even born at that time, but he basically changed the course of the guitar. He changed the course of the production. He was one of the greatest, if not the greatest artist who ever lived, you know.
I could get a
after Ditto,
vote on
course.
that. I could get a
Because
vote
Ditto's
on
my
that.
friend,
I could get a vote on that. Upon the death of Jimi Hendrix, did any of you get to, you know, visit the funeral or the wake or anything? Or what were you doing when you heard of the news?
Well, I was very sad, and still is, because our friendship went long after his death.
Okay.
Just before his death, I had a job at the airport as a sky captain. He came through.
Okay.
And we talked for a long time, and
wow, beautiful.
it was, you know, it still is unbelievable.
Right here.
Unbelievable.
What about you, Ditto?
Yes, well, I was in Europe. I think I was on tour.
Okay.
When I got the word that Jimi, you know, had passed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I tried to find out what was how he passed or what caused his
If you
death.
could send anything.
But I
or
heard
your
so many
words.
different stories, so I'm
Right,
still
right,
not sure
right.
why.
You know, yeah, like
Yes, I'm
like
still
like
not
what
sure,
happens pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I just want to thank you fellas for, you know, letting me know what story about this reunion band. I want everyone out there to, you know, be on the lookout for the Mission of Love. And you can go to the website. And could you repeat that website again for me?
Yeah,
Marino?
marinofrost.com, M-A-R-I-N-O, frost.com.
Okay.
Oh, if someone wants to see the studio, it's starduststudio.com.
Yeah. Oh, and that's in Astoria, Queens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's my
Astoria,
recording
New
studio.
York,
Since we were talking about recording studio, it's starduststudio.com. Star and Dust.
Well,
This is like star
Star
and
and
dust. That's why I have these stars here. I have these stars here.
All right.
I mean,
well,
these stars.
I'm waiting to
I hear
hear
there's
some
some
of
dust.
that music, you know,
Okay.
remastered, okay? And I'm quite sure the people in the audience, you know, that is watching this will be, you know, looking out for that. So just, you know, online, you know, we'll post it, Facebook, you know, whatever, you know the sites, Twitter, you know, look for it, okay? We will be posting it avidly, and you will be hearing where they're going to be playing, or you can anyone see any of you live? Are you going to be playing live anywhere?
Yeah,
or-
we had a few
Yeah?
shows and we'll do
Few
more.
shows, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll do
okay,
more.
that is
Subscribe.
just fantastic, fabulous.
Let us know
I'll be
how
in the
they
front
take it.
row, you know, my
Okay.
bra,
Right, right.
my little
We'll be
bra
looking
on,
for you.
okay,
Throw
okay,
it
get
on
your
Ditto.
bras ready, okay,
looking for you.
okay, ladies. I don't know
what
about you
Ditto
guys, y'all
needs.
just come and buy us drinks, okay?
Oh boy. Thank you, Naya.
so much.
Thank you, Naya. You
Thank
were great.
you.
Thank you.
There's a red house over yonder. That's where my baby stays. Lord, there's a red house over yonder. Lord, that's where my baby stays. I ain't been home to see my baby in 99 and 1/2 days. Wait a minute, something's wrong here. The key won't unlock this door. Wait a minute, something's wrong here. Lord have mercy, this key won't unlock this door. I have a bad feeling that my baby don't live here no more. That's right, I still got my guitar. Look at that.